I think the coolest part about my job is the chance, I think all of us would agree, every day on the show to meet people in our fair city who are making a difference. And that is definitely the case with the two women who are next to me. This is Sandy Pricer, and this is her friend Jessica Pope. They met on Facebook, right? Because they share a connection with foster care. Sandy has a nonprofit that she just launched called Rise Up, and they have a fun fundraiser coming up, so listen up. So good to see you both.
Thank you for having us.
So you are a mom of 6.
Yes, ma'am.
3 of your children came to you through the foster care system, correct?
They did, correct.
And then Jessica, you are a photographer.
I am.
And you have foster daughters of your own.
I do. I have 2 of my own, and then we have 2 foster children as well.
So both of you have discovered that within the system, even though everything is very well intentioned and you want to see these kids, you know, thrive and succeed, there are some inevitable gaps. And it's from that, Sandy, that you began Rise Up.
Absolutely.
How does it work? What are you doing exactly?
So we're providing life and leadership skills via workshops to these teens ages 13 to 23. Right now we're doing it virtually because of COVID, but we are looking to be in person come the end of summer, beginning of fall, and be able to really bring the teens in, because a in-person communication and relationship and workshop is so much better than the relationship that you can form online, for sure. So we're looking forward to getting in person and doing those. But we bring any type of life and leadership skill you can think of to these teens.
I think everyone is looking forward to in person. So we're going to come back to what you're doing, but let's get to the fun of the matter, because there's a lot of fun you're going to discover on April 17th. You're totally exploiting your friend Jessica here and her photography skills, because up on Signal Mountain there's an alpaca farm, and Jessica is going to be taking family portraits. Is that right?
It is. So it's also a floral farm, and they have alpacas there, and so we're going to do some really candid family photos up there. The light is amazing. The backdrop is gorgeous. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then 50% of proceeds goes back to Rise Up.
So if you have been wanting those dream pictures where it looks like your kids or your husband or whomever just happened to be doing something and you caught it, Jessica's the one who's going to catch the moment.
Absolutely.
So are people needing to sign up for that ahead of time, or can they just show up on April 17th?
Yes, we'd ask that they sign up online so we can kind of plan the session times, but they can find the sign up form on my website under special session section.
So when you're talking about these gaps that exist, what do you mean exactly? Let's say that you have a child who's 17, about to graduate high school. Is that where you might find a gap, because they're needing some skill sets to enter the workforce or go off to college and they don't have them?
It definitely could be. Job readiness and interview skills, how to dress for success are all topics that we cover in our workshops. And I bring in professionals or just individuals with a passion or a background in certain services that they come in and they teach those skills. So they come with experience.
I love the fact that you go through age 23. My older daughter is almost 23, and even though you're an adult, you're not, I mean, life is scary when you're 22 and 23 years old.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the things that they're going to be able to benefit from if they're in that age range?
The same, really, because they could come into any classes that we offer and experience the same or gain the same information. We could also do individual sessions with them if they're like, hey, I really need help with them interview skills. We could come in and do one-on-one with them, too.
And I may have given the wrong idea, because I keep talking about the two of you having this background within the foster care system, but the people who are benefiting from your online classes and your knowledge don't have to be in the foster care system, correct?
It could be any teens ages 13 to 23. Our target are more the at-risk youth or the youth in foster care, but it could be any teens.
You know, you have a background in social work, you told me. You mentioned any teen. Is there a problem with the teenagers and their phones and what that's doing to their ability to interview for a job?
I really believe there is. That is an interview or a workshop that we have coming up in April. Is a former police chief in Philadelphia is coming on to my Zoom and teaching the kids about cell phones and how to be safe on the internet.
And we just had one recently with the parents.
Yes.
So they can help the children.
To teach the kids how to not be on it so much, or to know how to deal with when you say put that phone down and when you don't?
A little bit of everything, in addition to bullying online and sexting and all of the things that you don't want your teens doing.
Well, I know you talked about how important it is for them to get back in person, but then you have this Philadelphia police chief who was able to Zoom with you.
Right.
So in some ways, I'm sure this has been a blessing, this ability to
Huge.
connect.
Absolutely, and we will continue the virtual too, even when we get in person, because we've also been able to reach teens in Colorado and Ohio. So it was a blessing in disguise that we won't stop doing.
And do they find comfort in hearing that they're not the only ones with the question?
I think so. I hope so. Most of the time when they bring questions to a workshop, they'll put it in the chat, and then I will ask it, so it's kind of anonymous, so they don't have to feel uncomfortable asking.
You're plugging in to some of the area schools.
Yeah, I'm hopefully working with Ivy Academy soon. I have a meeting next week with them. We have emails out to Notre Dame and Howard High School, so just to show that we are open to a variety of students' backgrounds, economic, whatever.
Right.
We don't discriminate.
That's right, because these issues affect people of all spectrums.
Absolutely.
So, okay, let's talk vanity for a minute, Jessica. Anybody who's wanting to sign up and come get their picture taken with you on the 17th,
Yes.
what do you recommend they wear?
Oh, I recommend the cutest little farm clothes. We did the sample session, and we had a few little girls wearing these kind of overall dresses and just like messy hair, and they're feeding the alpacas, and just kind of candid on the farm photos. It doesn't have to be super posed or super planned out.
So leave the smocked dresses for Easter,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Come letting them put a little dirt on their cheek and it'll look perfectly candid.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here is how you can get in touch with Jessica to go ahead and schedule your session for April 17th at the Alpaca Farm. And then there's also information on how you can reach out to Sandy at Rise Up and either benefit from the work that she's doing, or maybe you're in a position to help her reach even more kids out there ages 13 to 23. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.